Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At their own 20-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Chiefs at 4-5, a game under 500. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This now a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his This kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Next the score, Chiefs 7, Ravens 0. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ali. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 10.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From the gun, it's Jackson. Finding Walker, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On first down, it's a run with Ali. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Walker with a grab, left side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that. but he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We got you. Now we got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. That's what it's going to put in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And this time they'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but You think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Jackson now. Wide open receiver complete. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 13 yards remaining on second down.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Middle.
Jackson. This throw nearly intercepted. The big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lamar changing the play.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard. If that, they do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Well, before they're out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Now it's Jackson. And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Report. You are.
And Jackson throwing once more. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to
pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Lamar going to give this to Ali. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Straight ahead they go with Ali. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Luke now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next this quarter, Ravens 21, Chiefs 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep them from advancing the ball.
Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Easy.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone. Several times, the passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Hey, middle. You. Hey, report.
Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. He's to the 15. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Mixing up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Ruby. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green Able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, 56 yards. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Chiefs 14. Harrison Butker at a kickoff, 14-6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. That's going to be incomplete. It looked like he had him for a second, but the razzle-dazzle will not work out. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. His throw incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Yeah. Hey, Ozzy, sit up. 180. That's it. Report. Hey, middle. Sit up.
To throw is Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And it is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Beard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. This time, Jackson will throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Throwing is Jackson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Flowers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 19-yard line.
Hey, middle.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chiefs 14. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Mahomes now to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
From the gun again to Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
At the 45-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 44 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
The Chiefs will set up.
Mahomes will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And nothing but daylight ahead. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away.
The Ravens take over first and
10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 10. Jackson now. Throw caught by Flowers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where the extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, Beer. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Beer. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Ready. Sit up, you. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trick McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Xavier Worthy. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's taken in by Palmer. And he will have the Chiefs first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 1. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well,
don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 76 yards. And the Ravens look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Yellow. My side.
And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll run on first down. Here. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, you're running.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Watch do it.
Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now 2nd down and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath.
and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Running left, it's Mixon. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackle inbounds. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Yellow. I go on. 15, 15.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Ravens, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to